and fans have drawn many connections between Aizen and Friedrich Nietzsche's work. Let's explore these connections. Nietzsche is known for making the statement, "God is dead." By this, he was alluding to the loss of faith and meaning derived from God and religion, thus resulting in a dark period for humanity. However, according to Nietzsche, this is necessary for the evolution of a greater being that transcends all those around him, all those in the past. This being was coined as the Ubermensch. All of this is very fitting in the Bleach world. This is because the statement of God is dead is not taken figuratively like Nietzsche did through metaphors, but literally. In Bleach, we learn of the Soul King, the linchpin of the world, a mutilated being in stasis between life and death, who holds the realms together. The Soul King would seem to be a literal definition of God is dead. Then comes the Ubermensch, which many have likened to Sasuke Aizen. Ubermensch has often been translated as Overman or Superman. To summarize, it stands for the superior man, a man who transcends all those around him, a man who will create his own set of values outside the influence of God, religion, and societal norms. Someone who does not follow the status quo like all others, but embodies the characteristics of a Superman, an ideal human. There is more to all these terms, but to make things simple, that's as far as I will go. And so ask yourself, what happens when a world that has run on God for so long comes to the realization that God is dead? When a world no longer follows God and religion? This will lead to moral decay, suffering, but in Nietzsche's eyes, it will eventually birth the rise of an Ubermensch. This in a way is what happened in Bleach, with Aizen finding out of the Soul King. For Aizen, we don't know why or how he became himself, but in the loss to Ichigo and Kisuke, his final words would lead us to assume that the Soul King had a part in it. To be ruled by a lifeless being, a being considered dead, must have been a factor in his ascent. For Nietzsche, an antidote to the despair of no longer running in a world where God is prevalent in the hearts of all was the Ubermensch, which is again what Aizen could be likened to, as one of the select beings who knew of the Soul King. Furthermore, Aizen states that he goes against everyone who tries to control him, which relates to the Ubermensch quality of creating your own set of values and going against the status quo. This is also fitting of the Nietzschean concept of master morality, morality of the strong-willed, the powerful, the morality of the masters and rulers compared to those of slaves.